Saturday, beginning of the weekend and end of a Friday. Easter is just around the corner, but even the sweetness of chocolate eggs aren't enough to dull the bitter laws against ASMR. Hippity hoppity, the grind don't stoppity. The big tingles continue to thrive in the alleyways. Meanwhile, my 12th ex-wife is thriving on emotional damage. What a gal. Now then, back to the action and relaxation. We're gonna keep it short this time around, don't you worry. But before you go, do me a favor. Tell the Easter Bunny he still owes me for bailing him out from good old Santa Claus. Thanks, kid. Happy Easter. These rabbits, I swear. Wait. First time I did a pencil, now it's a pen light. What the hell am I doing? How is it that you keep managing to pop up in all of the right places at the wrong times? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Of course I already know the reason, but last I checked, I said that I would come and find you, not the other way around, and yet here you are. Well then, I can only assume that you're after another fix, is that right? Well, run into a bit of a problem, my friend, so we could just address the elephant in the room. I assume you've noticed these things. Well, unfortunately, one of the boys, or a few of the boys, thought they found a suspect, as it were, quote-unquote suspect. And well, let's just say, it took me quite a while to pull some strings and to persuade them to let me to do it, especially since some of these boys aren't exactly fond of me. So okay, let's not do this. I'm going to introduce you. Just stop with the language. Sorry. So, just a quick question. When did you arrive here? Were you here when I was talking to someone else? So you seen who I was talking to? Is that what that face was about? Okay, well, I'm about to introduce you. Just shut up and let me. Anyways, sorry about that. Okay, so this fine gentleman, Madam Bunny, well, this is our little suspect that the boys found because, well, you got caught, didn't you? The truth is, our little friend here is actually an associate of mine, and you were delivering some supplies for my clients, but you got reckless and impatient, didn't you? I don't want to hear excuses for what the big day is. Listen, we've all got problems. We've all got jobs that we need to do, and I specifically gave you a job to deliver these by tonight. We can't do that anymore now, can we? Because, well, you're stuck with me, and I have to put on a brave face just so you don't get in trouble. Sorry about this, my friend, but yes, this is the problem I'm currently. Okay, you do not start talking shit about our friend here. This is a very loyal client right here. They go out of their way to be in danger and walk directly into a crime scene, or in your case, an interview scene, just so they can have a word with me. So you watch. Okay, you know what? Let's calm down, okay? You don't start doing those Easter slurs to our friend here. You've gotta calm down. Okay, so as you can see, my friend, I'm a little bit busy right now, but I don't think that you need to be disappointed because I have an idea now that you're here. this might actually work to our advantage. Saying that if we have another witness here, okay, you, this will make it look more believable, since, as usual, a lot of the boys aren't convinced that I'm on the law's side. As they shouldn't be. I can't hold it against them. I'm not upset. I just wish they weren't so sharp. So, can you hear these sounds just like randomly? Can you just hear what I'm doing here? Yeah? You like those? Okay, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I said that I would provide, whenever I would need to provide you with tingles, you would start having to pay, right? Okay, well then, just because I can't exactly give you the usual variety, just listen. You've got fleas, all right? I don't care what anyone says. This fur needs to be taken care of, right? You just quiet down. Anyways, my idea is that while I'm taking care of our friend here, this can also give you a little bit of something at the same time. Think of it like it's killing two stories with one stone. Do we have a deal? You stay with me. You look like you're part of the situation, just to make it easier for me. And then, with everything I'm doing, you can get a little bit. You can get a little bit of those tingles for absolutely free. What do you say? Okay. Thankfully, I don't need you to actually do anything. I just need you to stand there and look pretty. Just look like you're concerned. Look like you're just getting involved. While I'm doing that, see, if you're wondering what I'm up to here, I don't think I even explained it. The idea is that this interrogation, whatever you want to call it, the idea is that we're supposed to ironically give the interviewees ASMR, and if they react, we know we have somebody. We know we have a junkie or even a supplier. Yes, it's very hypocritical. This is how it usually goes in this one. But yes, this has been happening quite a few times. It seems to go around every holiday. I swear that for whatever reason this thing has some issues with Old Saint Nick. Because apparently Old Saint Nick got involved and got captured, and it was because of this. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just going by what I was told. I didn't accuse you of. Okay, shush. Alright, you calm down. But yeah, that's what I'm busy dealing with. So, now then, I would say that if you want, you can just stay quiet there. Just enjoy the free tingles. And as you can imagine, with this being a rabbit with an attitude, you have to stay relatively quiet, but I'm pretty sure you knew that. Anyways, so let me just get a good look here. And of course, to keep up appearances, I am going to have to start asking questions. So, you want to tell me where you were the other night? Yes, that's kind of behind us. Yes, of course, that's a very likely story. Are you feeling anything from this right now? Are you feeling anything from this right now? If you are, you better keep it under wraps. In other news, I think I may have found a lead as well into what started this whole thing, who was involved, and I think I may have an idea. I think it may be some kind of doctor, believe it or not. A doctor that didn't take too kindly to his clients being taken by just ASMR. Because of course doctors need to be paid for their services, but what services are necessary when you can just get your relaxation with no stress in the free moments of your own home? And of course this particular doctor didn't like that. I think I have a lead here. The evidence that I've discovered is from a couple of other clients that I've been talking to. A professor, a well-known professor in the ASMR community, apparently. I have to stay kind of on the fence, so I can't exactly, I'm not too sure, but he gave me some interesting examples gave me some interesting clues, and even admitted that he was involved when he found out what I was up to. Apparently he was keeping tabs on me this whole time, thinking that, well, as it turns out, he is also a client of another few tingle dealers here. But anyways, that's the progress I've got so far. Because if you remember, this whole time I've been trying to figure out just who the hell started this whole thing. And I think I might finally have a lead. And I'm telling you because at this point I'd like to think you and me are at least good associates. I haven't gotten in trouble, so I can only assume you must have been keeping quiet. Because why wouldn't you when you can get your fix, right? Okay, have you calmed down yet? Oh, well, would you look at that? He's fallen asleep. But that gives us more time to talk. Just listen to that. It's good stuff, isn't it? Who would have thought that ASMR can come from the clients themselves? Of course, we've got a little bell here. That also reminds me that I do actually have a gift for you. I pass it around to all my favourite clients, and I just happened to have you on the list as well. So he's just sleeping there. Looks like we have a moment alone. There's no one around here, so let me just hand you something. Now, I can offer you a choice as well. Have you ever heard of these before? Quite known around this time of year. This is how you know Easter is arriving, when you see these back in stock. They are, well, it's that time of year. But now, we're very lucky because this is actually imported from this one's home. But he doesn't know that I have them, because as you can tell from his personality, he'd probably lose his mind. So, here's how it's going to go. You can have one. And because it's Easter, and I'm feeling generous, and I can't give you anything, think of this as a treat. You can have one. You can choose to either eat it or keep it for your own ASMR. But this is assuming that you already know what these are. If not, let me show you. Just a nice little egg here. Now, unfortunately, these have become quite small over the years, as everything always does in this modern day of ours. But just listen to that. It's good stuff, right? This came to me last minute as well. This was a gift from another client of mine, or my supplier. And he completely came up with this by accident. And as it turns out, I can see by your reaction, it's quite nice. So you can't eat these. But if you prefer, you can always just keep them as a gift for when you're getting that fix. These type of things are usually good for if you need a fix and you can't get to your stash at home. Maybe you're out somewhere, maybe at work, school, whatever. But this is a good way to kind of give you that, just scratch that itch. If you have a moment alone for only a few minutes, you just need that little bit to take the edge off, right? So, you've heard how it sounds with two. Let me show you how it sounds when it's just on its own with the proper tools. It sounds relatively similar, but they also can sound rather different too, unique, with the right amount of tingles going on, with the right equipment. Quite risky, I have to say, looking for me, of all people, for a detective right when Easter's around the corner. I don't of us has realised yet that Easter is actually one of our busiest times of years for reasons like this. Because funnily enough, it's not the eggs themselves that people look for. These days you might see them in stores, maybe around, you know how if a holiday is coming up, you know how stores might have certain things related to that holidays coming around January, say Easter, you might have eggs in the stores around January. Well, I bet you didn't know that the owners of those stores are also ASMR enthusiasts. They do it, not because they want people to buy it more often for the chocolate itself, but because they know people want their ASMR fix. Even stores are on our side. It goes for Halloween, it goes for Christmas, it goes for Easter, even Valentine's Day. Everything gets put into the stores earlier because people know others need their ASMR fix. It's not for the retail customers, it's for ours. Okay, so you've gotten a taste of that. Let's see. I'm going to give this to you as a gift. And now we're going to have to go back to our friend here. Looks like he's walking up. We weren't doing anything, we were just talking. I've told you, old friend of mine, we need to catch up every now and then, okay? It's nothing you need to worry about. And be nice. They are helping you right now just by being here. Okay, so let's just see. Are you feeling anything from this? Are you feeling anything at all? No? Okay. Oh God. Wait a sec. Hang on. What is it? Can you say I'm busy? I'm dealing with an interrogation here. I've got a witness here. What do you want? Why are you looking at me suspiciously? I've just told you I'm busy. Get out of here. You have your own... Last I checked, you have your own job to do. What were you doing last night? Because last I checked, it looked like you were a little bit tired, a little bit relaxed. Something you'd like to tell us. Got witnesses here. I could go right now to the boss and tell him. You really want to do that? You really want to take it that far? That's what I thought. Get out of here. Go on, shoot. They're getting a little bit more suspicious these days. And they're still trying to put me in the deep end. For all I know, I could end up, any moment now, I could end up, well, being put in the big house. But thankfully, even if I was, I don't lose my job. I don't get a criminal record. You just get put in a jail cell for a day. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I have no idea what this is about or why they're wasting resources, but who am I to argue? And what's ironic as well, I've seen those cells and they are quite cozy. Cozy beds, cozy sounds, a fireplace. They put you in a cell where ASMR is just the entire bloody building. Can you believe that? I can't. Okay. Now then, I would say that we are almost done here. Let's say that we also just measure you as well. Let's go just all the way down here. Does that look about right to you? Okay. Let's go a little bit lower here. What about the size of his ears? Okay. I see. Okay, and then what about the adorable little face here? You a fan of Zootopia by any chance? Oh, apologies, didn't realize it was a stereotype. Okay. Okay, and then we just go all the way down. Is that about right? I would say that's correct. Okay. Just a couple more things here. I do apologise that this has been relatively short, but busy day, and can only have a witness for so long, of course. Let's have a look here. Does that look alright to you? Okay, that looks good to me. Okay, I see. How does that bell sound? Okay. Let's just do some tapping here. Does that sound right to you? That sounds pretty solid, doesn't it? Okay, and then what about on this side here? That sounds solid. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, and what if we try a different one here? Just try the push again. Let's test it. Does that sound different to the other one to you? I think it sounds a little bit higher, wouldn't you say? Interesting, yes, that sounds different, okay. And then what if we try a different one? We have all sorts of things we could try here. What about this? That sound different to you? Interesting, okay. And what about on this side? Does that sound different to you? Does it sound the same? I think that's a little bit lower pitched, lower toned, but not as high as, not as low as the first one, I would say. Do you agree? Okay, that's good. Thank you for your input, citizen. Okay, and then we just need to check if you have a pulse. A pulse? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's have a look at just... Yes, this is what we're used to because of apparently they think just a regular stethoscope can produce more sounds than whatever this thing is. As you can see, they're wrong. Okay, and what about on this side as well? Does that sound good to you? Would you say he's alive and well? Okay. Okay, that's all well and good. Is that all? Wait, we have one more here that we can try. We just need to check the state of the ears as well. I think we're good. I think our friend here is good to go. I'd say that should be more than enough of a interrogation. Of course, as the boys have seen, we can let you go. Would you mind just giving a quick statement? When I say a statement, it's not a long one, it's literally just a yes or no. If it's it, I'll bring you along with me to see him. I'll say, after doing a interrogation, I can confirm that this is just a regular citizen and needs to be compensated for his time. And then I will say, I have a witness here who was there at the scene of the crime that is not a crime, and they admit that this, our friend here, is not what it seems. It is not a criminal or an associate of ASMR or Tingles. It is merely a citizen that was just passing by in a rush and was there at the wrong time. they would then say to you, is that true? You would say yes, no. In this case, you would say yes. Okay? Okay. So, don't panic. There's no need to, I mean, honestly, the only thing you really need to worry about is not falling asleep. But I would say you still all like you have a little bit of focus, but then after this statement, again, all you have to do is say yes. After this statement, I would say maybe head home. Yeah, you still have your little egg there. That can work for you, can help you for the time being. Usually, well, I always say that I'll come and find you, but in this case, I suppose it's better off that you just come and find me since you're clearly good at it. Maybe you should be a detective. You seem quite good at finding people. Or at least other detectives on crime scenes. But, shall we get a move on so you can get home and maybe get some sleep and relax? Okay. Well then, let's head off. I'm going to take our friend here. Then, we'll be on our way. Happy Easter.